Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and I hope you're all having a lovely time in the sun. Here in England it's been blistering hot and I am not feeling too great. I hate the sun. I'm like a vampire but more fabulous. But obviously you're not here to talk about vampires. This is not a Twilight seminar, I'm glad to announce. Just a quick little note for anyone that doesn't know, my Xbox is on the fritz. It's a little broken, so if you are seeing some different cars in the background and random clips and just random things I'm driving, that will be why. I'm literally scraping at the bottom of the barrel to get this video out and just have anything to show on the screen so that you're not annoyed by my sultry beautiful voice. But yes, we're here for update 35. We have another Torben Tuesday and I'm so happy to announce that they've brought back the whiteboard. That is awesome. I've missed seeing these little clues on the whiteboard because they're more challenging and they're a lot harder to get. And guess what? This one is a doozy. I am completely confused. So today we're going to break down these clues and we're going to find out what cars are going to be in update 35. And there could be 3 cars here. From looking down in the comments, we could have 3, but we could also have 2. So let's have a little look, a little deep dive if you will, into these clues, starting with number 1, the first one I noticed. So from the looks of it, from this diagram here, which I'm going to post up here, boop, yes, it looks like the Citroen hydro-pneumatic diagram. So I used to do mechanical studies, I used to study as mechanic, so I've seen these before, so this one completely just jumped at me and I just noticed it. So this one here is going to be a Citroen with the hydro-pneumatic suspension system. So this means it could be a couple of their cars, but seeing from loads of clues and seeing the leaked list before, I'm going to guess this is the Citroen DS, and my god I am so excited for this car. The beautiful French Tourer was produced between 1955 to 1975, so 20 years, which is incredible. But this car was just futuristic in its design, and I can't believe how beautiful it still looks to this day. It was one of the first mass-produced cars with the hydro-pneumatic suspension. So that meant it was all of their steering, the suspension and the brakes were powered by the hydraulics, which in retrospect is kind of terrifying. If the if the hydraulics failed, you have no brakes. Well done, Citroen, well done. The DS wasn't just a good road car, but it also had great success in rallying. Yes, so this car didn't just win the Monte Carlo rally once, it won it twice, which is amazing. Look how long this thing is. Could you imagine this thing on a rally course? So it has some racing pedigree, so it would be excellent for this game, and honestly, I would love to make this into a rally car. Thinking about this now. Just one more fact before we move on to number 2. This car is self-leveling, so theoretically this car could drive with only 3 wheels. And there is a famous picture of an Xantia doing so. So yeah, that is the Citroen DS. On to clue number 2, and when I saw this G, or this little logo, I thought of a 90s show. Anyone guessing it? I'll just sing some of the bars for you. Can you feel the might of the gladiators? Yeah, so I'm thinking Gladiator, it could be the Jeep Gladiator, but I was looking in the clues and everyone thinks it's Ginetta. So could it be Ginetta or could it be the Jeep Gladiator? Let's have a little look into the rest of the clue. I'm looking at the diagram again and it looks like they've crossed out a wheel. There's a semicircle with a few dots on it, and yeah, I'm really bloody confused if I'm honest. But I looked in the clues because I'm a cheater. Yeah, I apologise, people. But yeah, I looked in the clues on this one, and from the looks of it, a lot of people have come up with the same thing, which is the Ginetta G50 EV prototype. So I was just reading up on it, and someone also brought up this screenshot that John Surtees drove the prototype through the Channel Tunnel. So it was the first car to do so. So maybe that's why it has this diagram. So I think we can kind of confirm that this could be, I say confirm and then say could be, the Ginetta G50 EV. I'm going to have a little look on the specs for you. I'm going to have to do a little deep dive, so I'll be back in a second. So, having a little look up, it seems that this is just the EV version of their G50 sports car. So what they have done is they've removed the petrol motor entirely and just inserted some electric motors. So the electric motors, from the sounds of it, produce 121 horsepower, which doesn't sound like a lot, unfortunately, but it had a range between 150 and 200 miles between charges. So that's quite good for something of this sporty prowess. Plus, it looks beautiful. I love the looks of this thing. I'm completely unaware of Ginetta most of the time, so to have a look at this, it's really beautiful. Plus, with that achievement with the late great, amazing John Surtees, it's quite the car to add into the game. So again, another great insertion to this game. On to the third clue, and we don't know if it is part of a clue, so let's take it with a pinch of salt. While I was sifting for clues on the Ginetta, I found something that took my eye actually, from a user called That 1 Volt Boy, which was another clue on the board, which had these little twisty bits. I will put it above again. Yes, so as you can see, from what he describes, it looks like something from the scene where they power up the DeLorean in Back to the Future. So could this mean there's another hidden clue for the DeLorean? Big hums around the group here. If the rumour's true, then this means that they've added another car that hasn't been in the series since Motorsport 4, which is the third month in a row that they've done so. So is this a theme they're going for? They're adding all of the best and previously loved cars from Forza Motorsport 4 and re-adding them. If so, I'm really happy that they're doing so, but this is the second time, and I'm guessing this is no coincidence. Though it's well known now, it was only produced for a couple years actually. It had the iconic stainless steel body, the gull-wing doors, and it was actually inspired by the Lotus Esprit because it was designed by the same people who designed the original. So the DeLorean was actually powered by a PRV V6, which sounds really fancy, doesn't it? But the engine actually come from a Renault 30. Yeah, not as fancy now, is it? The PRV actually stands for Peugeot Renault Volvo. It only produced 130 horsepower, which is not that great, and that was at 5,500 RPM, so it wasn't quite the fast car. And driving it in Forza Motorsport 4, I can confirm it was not a fast car, but the looks make up for it entirely. Plus, how iconic is it? Forza, if you can bring in the Back to the Future kit into the presets, we would be the happiest people ever. Honestly, it's been a car that people have been asking for a very long time, so if the clue does indicate that it's a DeLorean, then I think a lot of people are going to be happy with this update, and me for one as well. I would be absolutely thrilled to drive this car, take it drifting, take it off-roading, do any kind of crazy build, throw in a nice engine swap. Oh, I'm already thinking about it. Yeah. And that is everything and all of the clues that has been explained about the new update 35. I honestly have not seen anything about any bug fixes, I think everyone at the moment's been explaining that they've been crashed out of the game. They've had problems actually accessing the game and having problems altogether with the game. So maybe there will be an update and a bug fix. I had an update of around 30 gigabyte happen about a week ago. Don't know if anyone else did, so maybe that's what that is. They're trying to fix all the bugs. But again, that is the end, so thank you so much for watching. If you could drop a like, subscribe, watch the rest of my videos, it will mean a lot. Please, I'm actually begging. I'm joking. But thank you so much for watching, it means the entire world. So if you could get anyone to watch, your friends, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, if you have both, why don't you? Show them here, show them Random Hero, it'll mean the world. But thank you so much for watching, and cheers and gone, but not for too long. Cheers! Bye! Until next time, until I get my freaking Xbox fixed, bye!